Hey there, and welcome. So, let's be honest, the world of AI tools is a lot. It can feel pretty overwhelming, right? Today, we're going to cut through all that noise. We're here to help you build your own personalized AI toolkit so you can find the absolute perfect tool for whatever job you need to get done.
And if you're feeling a little lost in all of it, hey, you're definitely not alone. The sheer volume of AI news and new tools coming out every day is just staggering. That's why we're doing this. Think of this explainer as your map, a practical guide to help you navigate this new landscape and find exactly what you're looking for.
Okay, so here's the plan for today. We're going to start with a whole new mindset for how to choose AI. Then we'll dive into the best tools for chat, code, and reasoning. After that, we'll look at analyzing your own data and content, then jump into content creation and smart browsing, and we'll wrap up with deep search and some brand new tools on the horizon. First up, and honestly, this might be the most important part of this whole guide, we need to talk about a new mindset. How you think about choosing an AI is really the key to building a toolkit that actually works for you. So here's the big mindset shift we need to make. Stop looking for the one single best AI to rule them all. That's not the goal anymore. The real goal is to build a personalized toolkit of specialized tools. A carpenter doesn't use a hammer for every single job, and neither should we. Okay, let's dive in. We're going to start with the foundational tools, the ones you'll probably use for core tasks like having a conversation, writing code, and tackling complex problems. So when it comes to just talking to an AI, you've got a really interesting choice to make. If you want a conversation that feels incredibly natural, almost emotionally close, ChatGPT is still pretty much unmatched. But if you just need to talk and talk and talk without hitting any limits, then Copilot is your best bet. It uses the same incredible engine, but it's backed by Microsoft, which means you get virtually unlimited use. But, and this is a really important heads up from our source material about those human-like chats, be careful. The source gives a very strong warning against forming emotional attachments to these chatbots. The quote is, "It will completely mess with your mind and psyche." So just remember, it's a tool, not a therapist. Okay, now for the really heavy lifting, the choices are actually super clear. When you need raw, powerful reasoning for your most complex problems, Gemini 3 is the tool to reach for. But for professional-level coding, the source is crystal clear. Use Claude 3.5 Opus without a doubt. It's described as being in a totally different league, a real game changer for anyone who codes. Okay, so we've got our basic chat and coding tools. Now, let's talk about putting AI to work on your stuff. Your documents, your files, your personal data. We've all been there, right? You've got this huge file, a massive report, a super long PDF, maybe even a video, and you need the AI to read it, understand it, and give you some insights. What do? Okay, here is a fantastic pro tip for you. Don't just use the regular Gemini interface. Go to Gemini in AI Studio. Why? Because of something called the context window. Think of it as the AI's short-term memory. It goes from a decent size to a massive 1 million tokens. That means you can drop in huge documents, basically an entire book, and it can analyze the whole thing at once. It's a huge difference. But what if you want to rein it in a bit? You don't want the AI just searching the entire internet for answers. What if you want it to become an expert only on the documents that you give it? Well, for that specific job, the praise from our source is just off the charts. Google's Notebook LM is called the most perfect, extraordinary, and useful tool in AI today. You just upload your sources, your PDFs, your notes, whatever, and it creates a private little brain that only knows what you've taught it. It is incredible for researchers, students, really anyone. Now, this is cool. It's a feature that's all about honesty, really. A tool called DeepSeek does something I haven't seen anywhere else. When you upload a file, it tells you exactly what percentage of it can actually understand and work with. So here, it's 80%. This is great because it means no guesswork. You know exactly what the AI is seeing. All right, let's shift gears and talk about the fun stuff, creation. How can we use AI as a creative partner to make images and videos, and even just to browse the web in a smarter way? So if you want to create images or video, your toolkit has some fantastic options. Hixfield is like a one-stop shop that can access a whole bunch of different AI models. For serious professional work, you've got Adobe Firefly, which uses its own powerful models. Then there's Runway, a classic in the space, and a newer one called Luart, which is awesome because it gives you free daily credits to play around with. Okay, two more quick but really powerful tools to add to your kit.
If you need translation that sounds like a real human, not a robot, the recommendation, again, is Gemini in AI Studio. And for browsing, check out something called an agentic browser, like Cometh. This is wild. It doesn't just find information for you, it can actually do things for you, like go to a website and add an item to your cart. All right, for our last section, we're heading to the cutting edge. We're going to look at tools that go way beyond a simple Google search to give you deep insights. And we'll touch on some new ways of thinking about AI.
So you need to do some serious research. A tool called Perplexity has this amazing feature where you can literally flip a switch and turn off the regular internet, telling it to only search through credible academic sources. And for when you need to go even deeper, both Grok and Gemini have what they call deep research functions, which do way more than a standard search to give you really comprehensive answers.
And hey, it's super important to remember that the AI world is a lot bigger than just Silicon Valley. If you're looking for powerful alternatives, are source points to some excellent tools from China. For chat, there's Qwen, and for video creation, there's Tongyi Chanwen, both from Alibaba.
And this leads us to what could very well be the next big thing in AI, specialized agents. Now, don't think of these as chatbots. Think of them as AI tools that are pre-built to do one specific, complex job incredibly well. The example here is a tool called Liner. You can give it a simple idea, and its agent will do the complex work of researching and developing that idea into a full scientific hypothesis. It's not just finding stuff, it's doing the work. And see, these specialized agents bring us right back to where we started, to that core idea of our whole guide. The future isn't about finding one giant AI that does everything. It's about building a toolkit, assembling these powerful, specialized instruments, where each one is perfect for a specific job. Which leaves us with a really fascinating question to think about for the future. As AI keeps evolving, which direction is it going to go? Are we going to see these massive, all-in-one models continue to dominate? Or is the future going to belong to a whole ecosystem of these highly specialized agents? It's something to keep an eye on.
And that's our tour of the modern AI toolkit. Hopefully this gives you a much clearer map for finding the right tool for your next project. Thanks so much for watching.